Alright guys, welcome back. And now we're going to talk about the NL wildcard and the AL wildcard. And we got things shaken up now. Now that Atlanta's lost a couple games. And Pittsburgh is right there. Along with the Mets
Yes.
too. The Mets 4.5 games out. Pittsburgh, what, 3?
4.
4, I'm sorry. But do you really think we can make a run?
You guys?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, not me, but the Mets, they can, but will they? Most likely
I don't
not.
know, no.
Most likely not.
They need to just have like the luck of the Irish or whatever, just to get up to the front spot.
Listen, the wild card's going to have those 4 teams that's going to fade out.
Mhm.
And we all know
The Nationals.
3 teams, I'm sorry. The Nationals are going to fade out.
Mhm.
Arizona's going to fade out.
Most likely Pittsburgh's gonna fade out.
Pittsburgh, I don't know. I mean, this time last year, you were 20 games under 500.
Yeah.
Now you're a game over 500.
We were pretty much where Houston is right now, 28 and 51.
And Houston's just god awful.
Yeah.
But as you saw, Florida flew out. You think Jack McKeon's going to bring that team back?
No.
I don't think so either.
As much as everybody wants to think, no. He's not going to.
He did the right thing in the first game by benching Hanley Ramirez, but it's still going to go downhill, and it's just the way it's going to be. What about Cincinnati?
They're not consistent.
No, they're really not.
They'll win 2, they'll lose 2, they'll win 1,
it's the
they'll
Mets.
lose 3, they'll win 2, they'll lose. They're all over the place.
Well, the Mets are apparently allergic to 500 because they've been trying just to get back to 500 for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They get to 500. They're at 500 now, 39 and 39.
Most likely they're gonna lose tonight.
They're gonna lose. No, because they don't play tonight.
Or
So
tomorrow.
Today's a moral victory.
All right, tomorrow.
Tomorrow they're playing against Detroit. They're gonna probably lose. Then they'll win Wednesday. And then they'll lose Thursday. Then they'll beat the Yankees on Friday. Then they'll lose on Saturday. And then they'll probably lose on Sunday. That's just the way it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be 2 games at the 500. And then you got a West Coast trip to Los Angeles.
Mhm.
And against, I think, Arizona it is. And if you could take 5 out of those 7 games, they should be fine.
Yeah.
But I said at the beginning of this 12-game swing with Oakland, Texas, Detroit, and the Yankees, the Mets needed to win 8 games out of the 12. They got 4 already.
Yeah.
And now it just takes the other 4 to bring it all home.
All right. So who do you think is gonna win the National League wild card?
Won't be Washington. It's hard to say not Atlanta because they got really good pitching,
Mhm.
and their offense hasn't clicked. Dan Uggla is just showing he is Uggla,
Yeah.
and Florida's not going to be in there. The Dodgers are not going to be in there. Colorado, I could see Colorado making a run because that's all they do, in the last month of the season.
Arizona keeps playing with the where they're playing. They might just.
I feel like they're not going to though. It's
keep
true. If they
playing
play
the
like
way
they're playing like they're playing now, they could definitely take the lead in that wild card. But I think Atlanta's just too powerful right now.
All right. Well, let's get up to the American League because we got Boston at the top. Then you got Tampa Bay. You had that struggling Cleveland team that's lost 3 in a row now. And you got Seattle and Toronto at 6.5. Do you think that, as of looking at it right now, that this wild card is pretty much set?
No, only for the simple fact is that if the American League East is gonna win it, it's gonna be Tampa Bay,
Mhm.
and Boston's gonna win the division. Like, I hate to say it, Yankee fans. I mean, you'll probably lose by a couple games, but I said in the beginning of the year Tampa was gonna be that good, but Tampa's really surprised me with their pitching. James Shields is having a Cy Young type season, as you said before, in the top 5 in the ERA.
Yep.
He's had a couple complete games, very rare in these times.
So you think that the Yankees will fold under and not even make the wild card? Or do you think
because-
it'll come down to the way that they played against Boston at the beginning of the year, not even like taking a game at home?
No. See now,
You gotta beat Boston.
they have to. If they want to win the division, they have to beat Boston. That's the bottom
Even
line
if
right
they want to
there.
win the wild card, because
Yeah.
it could come down to either Boston and the Yankees, and Boston could take the tiebreaker,
Mhm.
just because it's.
There's no tiebreakers in baseball.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying that if there was. There was. They would take a tiebreaker.
It's a one-game playoff, which I think is sometimes ridiculous. Because if Boston beat them 15 of the 16 times, let's say,
Yeah.
they have a one-game playoff, it should be like football.
Yeah.
There's no one-game playoffs. If you beat them, you beat them,
Mhm.
and you're in. But if it's like you haven't played them, you go by the next thing in the conference record.
Yeah.
But Cleveland will fade out. We all know Cleveland will fade out.
Yeah.
I think. Watch Seattle. I think they'll
they'll disrupt
teams in the West.
They'll disrupt people,
Mhm.
but they're not gonna.
They're not there yet.
No.
Teams in the West. Teams in the West. They just gotta hope they win the division.
It's like what I'm saying to you before. With the Central and the West, they need to focus on the division,
Mhm.
not so much about the wild card, because they're not gonna get it. It's gonna come down to the Rays, the Red Sox, or the Yankees. One of those three teams are gonna win it. Okay, it's not gonna be Cleveland. All right. It's not going to be Toronto. It's not going to be Seattle. It's not going to be the White Sox. It's not going to be the Orioles or the A's or the Minnesota Twins. It's going to be.
Gonna win the division.
It's going to be the Red Sox, the Rays, or the Yankees. One of those three teams is going to take the wild card, and the other one's going to take the division. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. When you play in the Central and the West, you have to win the division.
Yeah.
There's no other
And
way.
right now, with the
no other
fine
way.
that's in the AL West right now, and the fact that the Mariners are only 6 games out on the Athletics.
A's.
I think the
A's
Athletics.
are only 6 games
They're
out.
6 games out in the West right now. All right, and knowing that it's an accomplishment because all right, I'm 6 games out. All-Star break is around the corner. We just lost 2 out of 3
Yeah, but
against
6
Philadelphia.
games too much.
Could be, but with Texas right now struggling,
Yeah.
with Seattle going up and down, and with the Angels, who knows what the Angels will do because they're back and forth, just like the Seattle Mariners.
Angels aren't going to go nowhere.
I think their time is over for
They're
the
done.
AL West.
They're done.
Good pitching. I mean, Jerry Weaver could carry that team, but
They're just not going to. So who do you think is going to take the wild card in the American League?
since I said Minnesota's going to win the division, I'm going to stick to that.
Okay.
I think Detroit's going to win it.
Detroit's going to win the wild card? No.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. I think Boston's going to take
Close.
Boston's going to take the division.
We all knew Boston was going to take the division.
Boston's probably going to take the division. And I think the wild card is going to go to it's tough. It's real tough. But I think that the Yankees will win the wild card.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I think the Yankees will take the wild card.
That's what my
Just
reaction
'cause-
to that is.
Just because the Yankees. And just
their
Tampa
team
Bay.
too
Tampa
old,
Bay
though.
just doesn't have. I just don't think they have the intangibles to make it. They just. I mean, their pitching's good, but you know, want to know something? It's not going to be good for the rest of the year. So it's going to be the Boston Red Sox and the New York Steroids.
Can you send some over to the Mets because we can really use them right now?
Oh, I would love to have some too. Ship those bad boys over. Don't be hogging them on yourself. But yeah, it's going to be the Red Sox
So,
and the Yankees.
all right. So now we'll go with your theory and say the Yankees, Boston,
Mhm.
and Detroit.
I say Detroit's going to win their division.
Now
and
what
I
about the
said
West?
Texas is going to
So
win their
Texas,
division.
Detroit, Boston, and the Yankees.
Yep.
Right now, Boston would have to probably play Texas,
Mhm.
and Detroit would play the Yankees.
Yep.
Unless Detroit has a better record than them.
I don't think so.
No.
I
Well,
believe.
all right. Let's say
No,
the
they
Detroit.
don't. Because the Yankees have the best record in baseball.
I thought the Phillies did.
One of those two
Or
teams
one of the
do.
two. But okay, so say the Yankee. All right, so we'll say Detroit plays the Yankees because Boston can't play the Yankees in the first round.
Yeah.
So and they would, since they won the division, they would have the best record. And they would probably versus the team with the worst record would be Texas.
Mhm.
So Texas and Boston. God bless you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Texas and Boston.
Mhm.
The Yankees and Detroit.
Okay.
Who wins the series? And we'll go back to the NL.
Out of Boston and Texas, I think Boston will win that. And out of Detroit and the Yankees, I think Detroit will win that.
Detroit's got home field advantage.
I think Detroit would win that.
So now, We'll go back. We'll go to the NL, and then we'll go back to the AL.
All right,
Okay.
so NL.
So Phillies win the East. We all know that's gonna happen. Who wins the Central? I say the Cardinals. Milwaukee's just gonna fold. I mean, I know as much as you would love to say Pittsburgh, and I know I would love as much to say the Mets. You never know because
I think it's going to be Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They're very quiet right now.
Only reason why I don't say St. Louis is that, I'm sorry, but with your ace out, Adam Wainwright, and your Albert Pujols on the DL, and your second starter Chris Carpenter being a 2-7, I just don't know.
Yeah, they're right in the thick of it though, so it's not like
Yeah, but you never know though. They could just
if they can hang around without Pujols being here,
then maybe we'll see.
Then
But if
we'll-
they
then I
don't,
can
then
say
you're
it.
gonna know. But I think Cincinnati's gonna win that.
who wins the West? Fiona.
Colorado.
Still my pick. I don't think Arizona's gonna win. I don't think San Francisco's gonna win
I
it.
don't think San Fran's gonna win it because Tim Lincecum, Bumgardner, and Kane aren't really pitching to like. They're winning and then they're losing. They're winning and then they're losing. They're winning and then they're losing.
You know the Giants just want to give up Bumgardner for Reyes straight up. And I was like, are you kidding me?
I wouldn't take
I'm
it.
sorry that we have the best shortstop in the MLB, Jose Reyes. I know that's going to start controversy, but listen.
I don't know. I think Ronnie Cedeno's up there.
Oh God.
I was just joking, by the way, but keep going.
No, you weren't.
Of course it was. Kidding me, Ronnie Cedeno?
Okay, so again with this debate with Hanley, Jose, and Troy, they're both home run hitters. All right, that's fine.
I gotta go with
Just-
the white guy.
Huh?
Nothing. Keep going.
Just because Jose is not a home run hitter,
Mm.
he's definitely the most valuable out of all of them.
Yeah.
Because he sparks a team like that. He can hit home runs, but just because it's Citi Field, he can't. You know, this is a guy who hit over 10 home runs, you know, when he was in Citi Field.
Yeah.
But now he's in Citi Field, in Shea Stadium, I meant. Sorry. Now he's in Citi Field, he's hitting more triples. But he's batting .340. Like, come on. Hanley Ramirez, don't get me wrong. He's one of the best top shortstops in the league. Probably number 2. I put him ahead of Trey Lewinsky because Hanley's been doing it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You know, and he's been more, like, focused on him, you know, than on Troy or...
Yep.
But Hanley very lackadaisical. He doesn't play good defense. Jose Reyes is a much better defense player than...
And he's taking off of LeBron and quitting, but keep going. Because LeBron moved down to South Beach, so...
Yeah,
All right.
That's what happens in Miami. But but if you look at it, who would you rather have? Who would you rather have to start off your franchise? Let me ask you that. Hanley Ramirez or Jose Reyes?
Jose Reyes. He's a leadoff guy. He's I like the intensity that he brings.